Okay, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, Banteji, we can see the
Yes.
Okay, okay. Because today also I joined with my phone because I bought a new laptop, but did not prepare. Did not added some softwares and other things. Because last 2 weeks I had so many works, and last week I got last 2 weeks I got leaves. One for New Year. Last week we had Sri Lankan New Year. Therefore I got leave. Okay, shall we start?
Yes, Bhante,
Yeah.
we can start.
Yes.
Can you see the screen? Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Did you get the note?
Yes,
Yes,
Banteji.
Bhante.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very
Today,
much.
okay. Today we have to start a new topic. Buddhism in Burma. Okay. Actually, we finished Sri Lankan Buddhist culture, and we discussed all the area related to our syllabus. I'll try to give any other, if you want any other information or any other details, I will send you, because I think but I think that's enough. I think we discussed 4 or 5 topics with Sri Lankan Buddhist culture. Okay, we covered all the areas, okay, related to the syllabus. I think that's enough for your level, degree level. Okay. I will prepare some sample question and sample answers also, and we'll discuss later. Don't worry. This time actually I did not make any sample questions because this is the first time which I teach this syllabus. Okay, therefore I did not make any sample question. I want to study some past papers and the syllabus. Then I have to make some sample questions. Therefore I did not give any sample question for you. But don't worry, we'll discuss later. Okay, you all are welcome for today lecture. This is our paper, Buddhist Culture in South Asia. Lecture number 3, part 1. Buddhism in Burma. Actually, Burma earlier mentioned as Myanmar. Okay, I think in modern also now they are called Myanmar. Someone, I don't know is it correct or wrong.
Yes, it's correct. It's
Yes, I
Myanmar.
think correct. Yes, Burma, but both are same country. Same country called Burma and Myanmar.
Yes.
Yes. Burma, a very important Buddhist country, Southeast Asia, has been known as the land of Brahma, and the land of Maram. The word is Maram in the past. Both word had used for this land, Brahma and Maram. These words are not familiar for me also, because I have studied about Burma earlier in my university life and my A-level time, but I don't remember exactly some words and some places. The main river flowing through Burma is the Irrawaddy. The name is Irrawaddy, Irrawaddy River, the main river. Like Sri Lanka, Burma, this was once under the British, got its independence on January 4th, 1948. Okay. As Sri Lanka also same, but February 4th of February, but they had got same year independence, 4th of January. Its current capital is Rangoon. Have you heard this word? Rangoon. I
Yes.
think
Yes.
correct.
As now
Rangoon.
it's called Yangon.
Yangon.
Now it's called Yangon.
Now. But I have heard only Rangoon. Maybe they will change. Okay. This is Irrawaddy River. Map of Irrawaddy River in Burma. Actually, I did not add exactly map of Burma. Pure Buddhist until Buddhism until today. As Sri Lanka, until today, this country had pure Buddhism. According to some scholars, only Sri Lanka and Burma has pure Buddhism. I don't know is it correct, but we mentioned Thailand and other some countries, maybe Vietnam. No, Vietnam has, I think, Mahayana. But someone says, some scholars says, Sri Lanka and Burma, only the countries had pure Buddhism. Cultural history of Burma. It is hoped here to divided the order or Sasanian history of Burma into the three periods. That is, first one from the beginning, AD period up to 10th century, the first period. Second one, medieval period from 11th century to 15th century. Third one, modern period from the 16th century to the present. Actually, today we are going to discuss the first stage or beginning period. It means up to the 10th century AD. Okay. Today I am going to discuss the first topic, beginning to the 10th century AD Buddhist culture in Burma. Is it clear?
Yes, Bhante.
Yes.
Yes.
You all are silent. Therefore, I was confused. But these words are not related to me and not familiar for me also. Don't worry.
Okay.
But
It's
you
okay.
have to study well more than
Yes.
me for your examination. But it's not very difficult. It's very easy topic. When I studied my university period and A-level studies, I also did this topic. And I also had A pass for this paper. Okay. Okay. The first period, or Archic period. A clear religious history with records is found from the 11th century or the beginning of the Middle Age. We can find clear history from the 11th century or Middle Age. Like Sri Lanka, Burma is considered a country that practiced pure Theravada Buddhism since ancient time. As Sri Lanka, they also conducted or considered pure Theravada Buddhism. Okay, but in Sri Lanka, modern situation, we can see sometimes some Mahayana tradition also mixed to the Theravada tradition. Okay, some worshipping activities and some other religious activities like Perahara and other things also like a Mahayana tradition. Okay, it's mean it mixed with Theravada tradition in Sri Lanka. According to the Burman history, we can see the same situation. The Burmese tradition, or the Burmese Buddhist tradition also mixed with some kind of Mahayana tradition. Okay, we'll discuss later. As shown in the genealogies of Sri Lankan Deepavansaya and Mahavansaya, Buddhism came to Sri Lanka as well as Burma in AD. According to the Sri Lankan chronicles, Deepavans and Mahavansa both mention as well as the Buddhism came to Sri Lanka, the same time the Buddhism went to the Burma. We see during the region of Empire Ashoka in the 3rd century. I did not added all the information about 3rd Buddhist Council. After the 3rd Buddhist Council, the Buddhism entered to the Burma with the region of Empire Ashoka. We discussed all the details earlier. The arrival of Buddhism in Burma. It has been recorded that after the 3rd Dharma Sangayana Buddhist Council, King Ashoka sent 2 monks, Sona and Uttara, to spread the Dhamma to the Golden Land, as per the advice of Moggaliputta Tissa Stavira or Thera. We have heard and we studied those details. King Ashoka sent Venerable Sona and Uttara, okay, 2 monks to the Golden Land. It mentioned as Golden Land. With advice of Moggaliputta Thera. He was the president of the 3rd Buddhist Council, and King Ashoka sent those 2 monks to the Burma, but here it mentioned as Golden Land. Okay, Golden Land. Do you remember Sona and Uttara? We discussed about them with 3rd Buddhist Council. Although historians have not decided exactly what is Golden Land is. Most people agree that is somewhere in Southeast Asia, including Indo China. There's no evidence what is Golden Land, but they guess. Okay, this is Southeast Asia, including Indo China. AD, since evidences have been found that the nation with a strong Buddhist culture lived in cultural Burma in the 1st and 2nd centuries. It must be accepted the Buddhism had arrived in Burma before that. Do remember we discussed about Sri Lanka before the arrival of Mahamahinda Thera? The Sri Lankan peoples also had known about Buddhism. Do you remember we discussed?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Bhante.
Before the arrival of Mahamahinda Thero to Sri Lanka, the Sri Lankan people had known about Buddhism. Okay, likewise, the Burmese also same. They also had known about Buddhism before the arrival of Son and Uttara Theros, or monks. Dr. Blendron, an archaeologist, analyzed the Kalyani inscription in Burma. It is an inscription, it is in Burma, according to the information shown. It seems justified to accept the area called Mod in southern Burma as the fragrant land where all the Sona and Uttara preach the Dhamma are. There, the downside or southern side of Burma area Mod, the area called Mod area. These scholars and Dr. Blinden, they said Son and Uttarathera did not enter the middle side of Burma. They entered only southern side, south side of Burma. Did you get the point? They did not enter the middle of the country. Okay, they only preached the Dhamma in south side in the country. Okay.
Yes.
According to traditional legend in Burma, Buddhism came to the country during the lifetime of Lord Buddha. Therefore, they said the Son and Uttarathera went to the Burma, but they did their duty only south side. But the Buddhism entered to the Burma in the lifetime of the Buddha, during the lifetime of the Buddha. Therefore, they guess and the scholar says the Buddhism entered to the middle of the country and other side during the lifetime of the Buddha. But Sona and Uttarathera, they went only south side of the Burma. Okay, according to this legend, Tapassu and Balluka, the Mon trader, they are traders who gave the first alms to the Buddha, brought the hair relics they received from the Buddha and buried them in a pagoda on the top of Singuttara mountain. Singuttara mountain. But do you remember we heard those two names, Tapassu and Balluka?
Yes.
According to Sri
Yes.
Lankan,
Yes.
according to Sri Lankan chronicles, they came to Sri Lanka. Okay, Tapassu and Balluka, they came to Sri Lanka according to Sri Lankan evidence or chronicle. Okay, they came to Sri Lanka, but here the Burmese scholars, they mention the Tapassu Balluka came to their country, currently known as Swedagon. They built a pagoda or stupa. Now it named called as the Swedagon pagoda. I have seen this only with pictures. I never visited the Burma. This pagoda is also considered as this pagoda. Some scholars says the Swedagon pagoda, this is the pagoda which made by Tapassu and Balluka, which built by Tapassu and Balluka. And inscription at Nagarjuna Konda in South India state. South India, there is a state called as Nagarjuna Konda. Is it correct, Rahul? Indian state.
Yeah, Andhra Pradesh.
Sorry?
Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Andhra Pradesh. Okay. There is an inscription. Okay. In this inscription says, it is on your note, Please later you can read your note. Some Sri Lankan Buddhist monks. Okay, this inscription mention Sri Lankan Buddhist monks went to those areas: Kashmir, Gandhara, China, Vilata, Tosali, Aparanta, Vanga, Vanavasi, and Damila. Damila means Tamil area. It's maybe South India, and Palur. Okay. So, this inscription says Sri Lankan Buddhist monks went those area to spread the Dhamma. Okay. But this inscription in 3rd century BC. 3rd century BC. And someone says here there is a area Vilata. It is on your note. There is a area Vilata area. Someone says Vilata area is the south side or beach side of Burma. Okay, Vilata area is the beach side of the Burma. Some inscription or some evidence or some chronicles mention the this area, Vilata area, as a Kirata area. Okay, I mentioned it on your note. Please read it later. Vilata area mentioned as Kirata area. Someone says this Kirata area is the Burmese, Burma, beach side of the Burma. Did you get the point? But the inscription, Nagarjuna Konda area had inscription. This inscription mentioned those details. Okay. And evidence from ancient antiques. Now we are discussing how Buddhism entered to the Burma. Okay. Someone says, some scholar says, before the arrival of Sona and Uttarathera, the Buddhism had arrived into the Burma, middle area of the Burma. Therefore, Sona and Uttarathera went only south side of Burma, and they spread Buddhism only south side of the Burma. Okay, this is the summary. Evidence from ancient antiques. According to the antiques found in the areas around the present day Pom and Mausa. Mausa. Can you spell Mausa? Mausa. Pom and Mausa. Those are cities. It can be conclude that there was a strong Buddhist culture in the area in the 5th and 6th century AD. Those two cities, we can see strong Buddhist culture, okay, with the archaeological evidences. At this time, this area was the kingdom of Pya. Okay, Pew, spell as Pew. Up sound and U sound. Pew, kingdom of Pew. Okay. According to these artifacts include Pali inscription, sculptures from the Andhra and Pallava tradition, and Sanskrit inscription in the Brahmi script, and headless Buddha statue reflecting the Gupta art tradition. Those two cities, which one? Pom and Mausa, the kingdom Pew. Those area we can find Pali inscription and Andhra and Pallava tradition scriptures and Sanskrit inscription in Brahmi script. And headless Buddha statues reflect the Gupta art tradition. Therefore, according to the reports of the Chinese missionary monk I Ching, according to the those Pali and Sanskrit inscription, we can understand some Indian tradition entered to the Burma before the arrival of Sona and Uttara, and after the arrival of Sona and Uttara Theras, some other tradition also, Indian tradition, Pali language, Sanskrit, Brahmi script, and some Gupta tradition, Gupta art tradition, those tradition came to Burma. According to the reports of Chinese missionary monk I Ching, the name is I Ching. It can be determined that there was a strong culture related to both Pali Buddhism, Theravada, and Sanskrit Buddhism, Mahayana, in the area around Pom and Mausa city. The Venerable I Ching, he is a visiting monk. He mentioned in Burma, there was Pali Buddhism, it means Theravada tradition. Okay, Sanskrit Buddhism, it means Mahayana tradition. Both had their tradition and some evidences in Burma as Buddhist tradition, Theravada and Mahayana tradition. It mentioned Venerable I Ching. He had visited those two cities, Prom and Mausa. Okay, Prom and Mausa. Venerable Buddha Gosha Thera. It's also a very familiar name. Venerable Buddha Gosha Thera was also a Burmese, but there are many factors to accept Buddha Gosha Thera as an India. Someone says, I mean, some scholars says, Venerable Buddha Gosha Thera also Burmese monks. Okay, but there are more evidences he was an Indian monk. Okay, not the Burmese monk. Are you all here?
Yes, Bante.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it boring for you? Today, it is a new topic. Huh? Okay. Then, other ancient kingdom of Burma. There were other ancient kingdoms in Burma. It seems that before the beginning of the 11th century, other Buddhist centers had sprung up in Burma. It seems that Theravada Buddhism was spread in the name is Pegu. Okay, Pegu state known as Hansavati, state known as Hansavati in ancient time and in the neighboring Thoton. Sorry, Theton. 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 Spell as Theton. Theton. Is it okay? Theton, na? Pegu, Hansavati and Theton. State known as Sudammavati. Okay. Other state known as Sudammavati. Someone says before the 11th century, those areas, those states also had been spread Buddhism by the monks or Sonutra monks and other Theros. The area include these cities was called Ramanya Desa. Ramanya Desa. I think this word you have heard. Ramanya Desa. Yes, Ramanya Desa. Ramanya.
No, we don't know what it is.
It's a very famous word. Ramanya Desa. Ramanya. The double N, but nya sound. Ramanya. Ramanya Desa. Or area. Okay. It is also seen that before the beginning of these states, Tibetan and Dravidian tribe known as Maram had established a state in the Pagan area. Okay, Pagan area. Pagan. Seen before the beginning of these states, Tibetan and Dravidian. Okay, they had start a tribe known as Maram. They established a state in Pagan area. By the 11th century AD, the Maram people, the Pagan kingdom was becoming powerful. The Maram people, the Pagan kingdom was becoming powerful. The 11th century. Now we discussed there are some other kingdoms in Burma. Actually, these areas also had some tribes like Tibetan and Dravidian. And the 11th century, Maram people, the Pagan kingdom was the becoming powerful. Okay, this is the first topic. We discussed the first period as a summary. Okay. There are three topics, but today we discuss the first one from the beginning. AD Archic period up to the 10th century. Okay. We have to discuss another two topic, and maybe I have to discuss another one topic for the Burmese tradition. And okay, do you have any question related with today's lecture?
No, Bante.
No one.
This small topic, I think you can read your note and you can understand. It's very easy note, not difficult note.
Yes,
Like Sri Lankan
easy.
tradition.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The last 2 weeks I couldn't do the lecture to you. I apologize because the first week I had special exam duty, and the last week I had New Year vacation, and I went to my own temple. Then if I get any leave or holiday, definitely I'll send you the note. Okay, I thought it. Is it okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I will definitely I will send the note. Okay, because if you don't have the lecture, you can read the note and you can get some ideas about the lecture. And definitely I will do the presentation and I will explain that note. But if you don't have the class that day, definitely I'll try to send the note. Last week I taught it. Okay, 2 week you didn't have any notes and anything to study, but you had other lectures note. I think you have. But about my paper, I thought to give the note every day, every week. Don't you have any question? If you don't have any question, we can finish early today.
Okay.
Okay, Bhante, no problem. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for coming to my class and my lecture and participate you all every day. I am very happy about all of you, and thank you very much.
Thank
May
you
the
very much,
Supreme
Bhante.
bless
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you very much.
Bhante.
Okay, I will send the presentation today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.